I started this YouTube channel because of my experience with IVF. Um, it's a lot of emotions involved, and especially when you want a baby, and the doctors are telling you, no, you can't use your eggs, or your eggs are not good, and you're so desperate to have a baby. And like you're trying all of these medications and vitamins, and you're jumping through the hoop. And some of us have even traveled outside the country for IVF. IVF is a very expensive industry, and there's a lot of doctors that they do care, and they do care about you. But there are other doctors that just want to make money on you. And with testing, with everything, and doing tests that you don't need. Because ultimately, they're getting paid to do these tests. They're getting kickbacks. And right now, the industry is not regulated. It's unregulated. And that's what a lot of people just don't know. And right now, there's a lot of older women that do want to have children, or even younger women that want to have children and can't have children that are biologically related to them. And there are donor clinics that are out there. But a lot of couples are in the dark, just the way I was. And there's doctors that are offering ovum in their clinic, and they have waiting lists of women and men that are waiting for ovum. And see, these clinics are not allowed to do that. They are not allowed to offer you fresh ovum and things like that. This is a hidden secret. See, when it comes to ovum, yes, that's what you need. You need ovum. But you're not looking at the whole picture and what it's involved. Where is this ovum coming from? They may give you a description of the donor, but they don't tell you that you need parental separation. As an ovum, it needs to be registered by a notary. And the notary has her sign away any parental rights to this baby. You see, you may think once it's transferred into your womb that, oh, it's my baby, I carried it, it's mine. But that's not the case. What happens is, if this woman finds out that you have her child, she can ask you for DNA testing. Or what's going on right now is when a couple comes in and they do all the right steps, everything. Go to the notary. First step is finding your agency. Once you find your agency, you pay a fee to join that agency. And usually it's about 500 US, because now in Canada there's nothing. And there's ovum clinics that are popping up, but they're unregulated. And what happens is that you go to your agency, and then you have your donor that go to the clinic and everything, and you're paying for transportation, medication, hotel fees, everything. And the doctor's fees included. And then your care. But the doctor has in his clinic a list of women who want ovum, and the doctor is selling the couple who pays to have the retrieval. So if the donor produces, say, 40 eggs, they have a number in the clinic. Some clinics have like set numbers that what they're going to give to the client that actually pays for the cycle. And then they have 4 or 5 other couples joining that cycle. Or if they have a lot more and they're more desperate for money, they will go and say, well, oh, you out of there, you out of like, say 18, and you actually got like 40. And oh, this many fertilized. And you don't know because you're trusting them. But he can give, like, say, 8 to 10 eggs to each couple. And if he gets another couple, he takes away from you, and then he gives to the other couple because it joins the cycle, more money. But it's only the couple that actually has the contract, has parental rights separation. Everybody else is just riding on that couple's back and stealing from them. Yes, I said stealing. The doctor has no right to divide up the cycle. One, it's a contract between the donor, the agency, and the couple, saying if it's a single cycle, a joint cycle, or multi-couple cycle. And the donor has a right to decide who she's giving her ovum to. But couples are so desperate for that baby, they don't take the donor into consideration. They just want what she has. And they're joining the infertility clinic, giving money, buying 10 ovum at a time from a cycle, and they don't care. I got it, it's mine. I'm paying for it, it's mine. No, you can end up in a world of hurt because you don't have legal parental separation. You're carrying another woman's child, which will be your child. But if you do not follow the steps, you're in a world of hurt. Because once this comes out, DNA will prove everything. You may go through the pregnancy, have a baby shower, prepare the room, give birth, have your family and friends there, and everybody goes, oh, she finally got a baby, and oh my God, it's wonderful. But when the truth comes out, and the truth always comes out, secrets never stay secrets. And that's one thing I've learned. And when the secret comes out and the clinic is investigated for fraudulent wrongdoings and the doctor is actually prosecuted and all the files are examined, your name will come up. And when your name comes up, what are you going to do? You can't run. You can't hide. A court order will get your DNA, the baby's DNA, and it will not match. Even if your husband fertilizes the ovum, or you use a donor sperm, DNA will come up. Everything will come up. And when it does come up, where you got the genetic material, how they were created, and then what happens is, yes, your husband will have legal rights to that child, but it was stolen. You have no part in this. You're a surrogate. That baby can be placed in foster care, be in a court battle with the intended parents, the donor, until it's decided who is this baby belong to. See, before you do this, you have to make sure that you have legal rights to this child. The parental rights are actually separated. You need to get an attorney. You need the attorney to guide you through this process, to protect your rights. One, your rights to carry this child, your rights to give birth, your rights to keep this child as your own. And just because you give birth doesn't mean it's yours. We have surrogates. And then you're considered a surrogate because you have no blood relation. So right now, I'm telling everybody, have a lawyer, get the parental separation, make sure that you're not going to be in a world of pain. Because I started a YouTube channel for this reason. My ovum was misappropriated. My embryos that I created were misappropriated. My embryos were divided with another couple without my knowledge, without my consent. I don't know how many people were involved in this, in the cycle, how many children are out there, but I will find out, because I found out recently in IVF, we have no legal rights. Nothing. It's like Swiss cheese. I thought the Collège de Médecins, in English it's the Board of Medicine, would protect us. It doesn't. Not when it comes to IVF. It only protects you if the doctor hurts you in a procedure, you lose your uterus, something goes wrong in the procedure, he didn't do it right. See, you need to know this, just like I did. See, I did this just before the pandemic hit. And then I did another cycle knowing that the doctor stole from me. Because I was limited unless I was traveling outside the country. I will make other videos about this topic, but I did it because I had a little boy that I gave birth to, and I was very limited to traveling and everything, especially with a small child. And he did it to me again. But this time, the embryos could not be graded. And this is another trick, what they do to you. Because they have so many people in the cycle. And sometimes the embryos are not that good because they give all the good ones to other couples. And when they do you, you're the one that's paying for the cycle. You have to repeat the cycle for him to actually get you pregnant. You see, in my case, I'm Scottish-Irish, and we're strong. I get pregnant right away. And, when he goes, I'm going to transfer 2, because all 4 cannot be graded. There's no grading for them. And I told him in the transfer room, I'm going to fucking sue you. I'm going to come after you. You're so stupid to do it to me again. Like, what is wrong with you? You care more about money than anything else, that you're willing to do it again. See, he transferred 2. And he was relieved when I got pregnant for Olivia. See, I told you would get pregnant because he actually transferred an embryo. And out of the 2 embryos, 1 took. That was my little girl, Olivia. And I told him, you're not off the hook. See, I don't know how I feel. And I was 8 months pregnant. And I made the complaint at the Collège de Médecins to start the process. Then, shortly after that, I gave birth. the pandemic hit, and hell has been here. See, I'm a very private person, and I don't like my business out there. See, I wanted a baby, and like I'm going to be discussing this in other videos, what happened to me, my journey to having children. And everybody needs to know, because this is why I'm making this video right now, is that you need to know, you need to protect yourself. Parental rights and adoption of these embryos are, see, if it's an ovum, you need to go to a notary and have the adoption process done, and separation of the female donor. You need to have your contracts from the agency saying how you got this and that this is yours. And if it's ovum donation, you need to have your adoption process done through an attorney. Because once the male and female are joined to make the embryo, you need the separation from both genetic parents. And if you don't have that, you're a surrogate. So, caution to everybody, what you do will come back. See, 2 people in the clinic that I went to got fired for revealing little bits and pieces, and I figured it out, and I was very suspicious. And right now, like, I found out everything. So right now, I'm telling everybody, be careful, because there's no accountability in IVF clinics. 0. So if when you're doing IVF, either you're lucky and you get a good doctor that is actually going to do his job or her job, or you're going to get someone that is going to try to manipulate your cycle and make money on your back. So I'm telling you, we need a database where, if you're not using your ovum, we need a database for donor children to know where they come from. It's nice to want to have a baby, but when something goes wrong, how do you find out the background of this? How do you find out if there's psychiatric history in the family? How do you find out if there's kidney disease, liver, heart, cancer, breast cancer? How do you find out? How do you have accountability to your child? And looking at that baby saying, I'm sorry, I can't go find out your history because you're stolen. I will go to jail. And then as a mother, you're going to have to look at your baby and say, I have to tell the truth because your life is on the line. And you better pray to God that you won't be criminally prosecuted, because that is a possibility. It's like receiving stolen goods. It's like your neighbor robbing your house and selling it to the next door neighbor, your color TV, your Apple Watch, and finding out about it. You want your property back. You're going to the police and the prosecutor's office. And when they're prosecuting these people, and when they go to court, all the fingers are going to be pointing. And it's the person who stole it will get prosecuted. The person who bought it will get prosecuted. No one is above the law. And that's why I'm saying gray zones in IVF have to be plugged up. Everybody needs to be protected. See, there's wonderful agencies out there that can help you. There's an agency, Our Fairy Godmother, that can help you. And they do surrogacy there, they do everything. They were in Maple, Florida, and then they moved, and now they're in Ottawa. And they have a lot of contacts. The woman is very knowledgeable. Her name is Kathy Roberto. Reach out to her. She can help you. Make your dreams a reality, and your child will never be taken away from you, because she will draw up all the contracts, the lawyer's contracts, everything that you need. It can happen for you. But do it the right way, and you won't be in a world of hurt. Because I can tell you right now, the people who stole from me, I'm coming after them. If you listen to my channel, you're going to see that I've been in contact with Premier Legault's office. They contacted the cabinet minister, and like all good things, it's slow and painful. And I'm waiting. They know I'm blogging. They know. Right now, I'm trying to get into the algorithm and everything and get my word out there. It's getting out there slowly. And right now, everybody needs to be aware. Everybody on Facebook in the IVF donor eggs, they need to know you need parental separation. Without parental separation, you're a surrogate. And that baby growing inside you can be taken away from you. So when you do things wrong, you're in a world for hurt. So listen to what I'm saying, because I'm telling you, from the woman who embryos were stolen from, I never give up parental separation. They were stolen. The nurse ran out of the room with my last embryo. He prepared 2 women. Embryo theft happens. And that's what I'm telling you. I'm not giving up. I am going to get my child. And this little boy is going to be in a world of pain, because he's not going to understand that he was stolen. There's a lot of trauma that is coming. See, my son is a full genetic sibling, and my daughter is a half sibling. Ran out of time, and right now I try to do this, and I'm a mother of 4. I have 2 older children. I have 2 younger children. My son is going to be 4 January 5th. My daughter is going to be 2 January 31st. And let me tell you, it is possible to have children. Just do it the right way. And I'm going to be setting up a podcast. I'm going to be answering questions to people. I will be directing people to where they need to be. I will give them information. I will guide you. And I will make sure that you won't be in a world of hurt. Go look at my YouTube channel at Sharon Linus. And I'm going to be starting another channel on YouTube too, dedicated to this process, donor embryos. So if you subscribe, you will always get new upcoming videos that will be related to this topic. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We're stronger together. If women stick together and couples, we will make sure that no one could ever take away your baby. So hit the subscribe button, follow my journey, because I'm going to be going to court very soon. And criminal charges are going to be laid against the IVF doctor, the nurse who stole the embryo. The police are involved since about September. And that's another subject that I will be talking about. The Premier's office, that's another subject. And and I will be discussing it on my podcast. So there's a lot of information that's going to be coming. And this, in French, it's called jurisprudence. It's making history in law, because there is no law when it comes to IVF. So right now, it's history in the making. So what side do you want to be on? Do you want to be on the side of what's right? Or you want to be on the side of what's wrong in the system? Which side do you want to be on? So I'm going to end this video because my daughter just got up. And don't worry, it will happen, because this is what you could have if you do things right. Hey, Olivia. And this is my son that is sleeping beside me. See, my kids are very close with me. And this is my son who is sleeping beside me. And my daughter just got up, so now I have to end this podcast and change her diaper and give her breakfast and start my day. And I hope everybody will get what they want and have a family and have the joy that I have. But do it the right way and get a lawyer. So I'm going to end this podcast. God bless you. And just look at what you could have. Hey, Livy. Livy. Oh, boo-boo.